Hi guys, welcome back to G's art classes. Today we're going to make an abstract painting by using some skills from previous classes. First, I'm going to pick up a color that I like and then start from that layers. I'm going to show you some different kind of skills today that I haven't shown in this class. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wet some parts of the painting. Okay, and then I'm going to mix some colors. Use the light green. Going to mix some white into that color, but I'm not mixing it yet. Going to mix in the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that straight green color first to put it on top of it. And then I'm going to mix the white color into that color. I didn't wholly mix it, as you see. Right? And I'm going to mix a little more white and some water. And bring this line to the bottom of the painting. And finish with organic shapes. Okay. Let's say I don't like that I'm having all these colors in one spot, so I'm going to make that little marks on the edge, so I'm not leaving the edge by itself, right? Then now I'm going to bring some different skills this time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some paints out of a tube. So I'm going to squeeze that. And this yellow good color. And I'll say some black. Right, so I have palette knife, but I know that not many people have it. So what you can do, you can simply just cut cardboard box into a square shape, and then you can fold it. Doesn't matter which area, which size, you just fold that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze this out. Okay, and then I'm going to do it one more time, so that make it more natural. I'll say I'm going to do this, squeeze it out, right? And I'm going to use the rest of the paint, move on to this side. Then I'll say I'm going to mix those colors again, the green and the white color. And then make a singular, like solid shape, lime green color. And then I'm going to put some more water to drop some colors in. Not leaving it out like that. I'm going to mix these in as well. Then bring some middle parts over the side. And I don't like that I'm having all these shapes actually the same length, so I'm going to make some small marks over there. Bring some more color, drop it, right? And then now I'm going to squeeze a little more yellow ochre over here. I'll say I'm going to start mixing a little bit of orange at the end. And then this time I'm going to show you guys with palette knife. come over here so that the color mixes, right? I'm gonna use the rest of the color over here. Right? I'm going to scoop a little bit of that and over here too, right? Then I'm going to wash that out. Put some water again and bring that water down a little bit here. And I'm making some glaze over here. As you see, the colors are mixing up together. So I'm going to bring that down and up a little bit. So if you're not familiar with compositions in abstract painting, you can definitely copy this movement. If you have a better idea about your own paintings, you can simply change the composition. And see, I'm using the tip of brush to bring that black color a little bit to the side. So I'm dragging that a little more to the side. And then I'm switching, like flipping it up so that that color goes upper parts. And I'm going to have that little bit brave movement over there. Okay. I'm still having that lime green color on my palette. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some yellow ochre into that color. Mixing it up, a little more water. Mixing that color up with that lime green color that I previously made. It's a little bit like lighter tone than before. So then I'm going to make a circle in the middle. It has a little bit of green tone as you see. Then I'm going to bring that down here. And I don't see a lot of vertical moves now, so I'm going to make a line. Right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix orange color into that yellow ochre color that I just mixed up. And I'm going to make the little small details of a diagonal shape. I'm going to mix a little more water into that palette that I just mixed the orange color in, and I'm gonna have that drop over here as well. I'm going to move these. So once you mix a little more water into that color, you can see that the brush flows better in your canvas or the Bristol paper you're using. What I'm gonna do, I don't see some dirty color to contrast this color, so I'm gonna use dark green mixed into that orange shade mix, and then mix these in together. That makes nice olive forest green slash, you know, like a little bit of white into that color. So then, because I have these still wet, I can mix these colors right in side of the on top of the canvas. And because I have diagonal shapes over here more, I'm going to make some brave big circle-y shape, filling that in for later on, because we're going to add some transparent glaze layer on top of that. And then we're going to end with some you know, these bigger shapes. Going to fill these areas some then going to add that as well. And you see how I'm not using the edge much. So I added that. And I'm adding these geometrical shapes. Washing the brush up. And then I'm going to mix a little more darker, like dark blue color into that green. Mix it up. And bring that color on top of what I put right here. And maybe I can put a little bit for this shape I just created earlier. And then I'll break over here. Okay. Brushing, cleaning the brush up right now, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use some of the like yellow, like orange yellow color, but just a little bit, and then mix a lot of water into that color. Okay, so make it more like watery. It's kind of green because the water is dirty, but I don't really mind, because the yellow color was a little too strong anyways. So make sure you mix that up, and then bring that color, let's say over here a little bit, over here a little bit. Do you see how it's like coming through the layer? That's for like putting the transparent layer but also glazing effect in acrylic paint, you know? So, see? I like that yellow coming through some parts. Okay, and then I'm going to mix that yellow into the green color that I used before. Bring it to another area on the palette. Mix some white color into that so I can mix some opaque layer of the paint. Get rid of water a little bit on your brush. Mix that colors up. Get a nice greenish white color first. And then I'm going to break these parts down here because I see that it being so flat. And maybe fill this part of the painting. And you see it's not wholly white. I just mixed some color into that. Some white color into that, so it's not white. Like if you leave white in your painting just like that, it just doesn't look complete. Do you see like how naturally it's mixing the colors by filling the shapes over there, right? Right? And I'm gonna mix that little green color a little more. to this. So that it has more green tone in there. Leave it like this, you know, and that doesn't really bother any areas to make it not look like it's not finished, you know. So then I'm going to mix that green a little bit more to the edge. A little more green. That part here and there. Use a little more lighter parts of the paint mix and fill these parts as well. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this strong green color and yellow ochre again. And this time I'm going to add some burnt sienna color and I'm going to use that another edge of this. If you can prepare this like a little more, that'll be awesome. So then I'm going to use this. I need a little more paint. A little bit of red this time. And use pilot knife. Then I'm gonna mix some water and bring this color onto the edge, but like you see how I'm dragging it to leave some different marks over there. So if this is canvas, this works better for sure, but it's okay if you're using just, you know, regular paper. I'm gonna mix that up, color. What you can do, you don't even have to use the other tools. If you want to use just a brush to make these thicker layers, you can do that as well. Okay, so I'll say this is about done. I don't know what else I can do more. Like compositionally, there's a big shapes, you know, vertical marks, horizontal marks, transparent layers, thicker marks, drops, right? And making some brave move through the painting so that it circulates better. So try to follow the step-by-step, pause and play. A lot of times to make this happen. You can totally use different colors that you choose from your own. Just try to follow it in terms of compositions, where the brush marks goes, and how I'm using different color tone to contrast the good colors. Okay, thank you so much.